Hello everyone, it's good to catch up with you again. It has been a while. I am sure that you've had a busy few weeks. I know I have. We delivered 2 kids back to college for the fall, and we married off our oldest. So Rochelle and I are slowly adjusting to being empty nesters. Eric and Hillary, on the other hand, are adjusting to having a full nest again with 2 daughters, a son-in-law, and 3 dogs at home. I'm not sure which is more challenging. I wanted to touch base with you really quickly on a couple of topics. The first is a potential change in the mortgage world. And when I first worked up these topics here about a week and a half ago, these were going to go live immediately, but due to the intense public criticism, they've delayed it till December 1st. And so my suggestion is to continue to reach out to our local legislators here and let them know that we think it's a bad idea. So what was happening is Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac delivered a surprise announcement a few weeks back on cash out refinances that they were going to charge all borrowers an extra 0.5% due to higher risks and costs associated with COVID. And it's just an overt money grab because both these, if you looked at these 2 organizations just in the last quarter, earned over $4 billion. So, it just feels kind of crummy when folks are, trying to make it through this time and making wise financial decisions and refinancing their mortgages, bringing those rates down, taking advantage of our, historically low rates. To then have the government try to just squeak out a few extra bucks for themselves felt kind of crummy. So the original thought was just to give you a heads up for folks who are looking at cash out refinances. This does not apply to purchases, only to cash out refis, but just as a heads up, you're going to be clipped with this extra fee. It was supposed to go into place originally on September 1. As of right now, it's been pushed out to December 1. If we continue to pester our representatives and senators, maybe they'll push it out for real. Second topic was just to touch base on the continued volatility. We anticipate this will continue for some time. Primary cause continues to be from the virus from a public health perspective, the economic impact of the virus, and then of course politics. First, from a public health perspective, I actually anticipate most of the volatility will be positive. The market's been digesting terrible news for months and months. And as we get closer and closer to seeing realistic therapeutic options become available, we think that the actual volatility from just the health side of things will be more positive than negative. And these are not, it's not a solution, but, therapies that help reduce the fatality rate, that speed the recovery rate, start to make, we think the market will respond really favorably to those. The economic impact of the virus, on the other hand, will be felt, in our response to the virus, will be felt for quite some time. We really think that thoughtful investment selection is more important than ever. And so, and the gap between winners and losers essentially will grow. We've seen a bifurcation already in the markets, and we will continue to be nimble in our trading, in our response to movement in the market. We anticipate the trading volumes will continue to remain elevated for some time. We are in the midst of our year-end review where we throw out all of our assumptions, start over, and just say, hey, if we could have anything in the portfolio, what would it be? So we compare all of the holdings that we have with all the available other options. And when we complete that process, which will happen here in a few weeks, we'll go through the portfolio construction piece and just make sure that we've got the right blend. Politics, I promise this won't be the worst part of the update. Bottom line is that politics and the headlines are likely to create both positive and negative volatility, and that will continue to create rebalancing opportunities for us to exploit. The good news as far as politics go is I think the odds of either party having the trifecta of the presidency and both houses of Congress is low. And with a balanced government, it makes it harder for either party to enact significant policy changes, which is good from a market perspective. So the market can do good news, it can do bad news, but what it really struggles with is uncertainty. And if we had potential for massive policy shifts, that would certainly create uncertainty. So, at Gen, we take our clients' safety seriously. As a result of COVID, we've adapted to holding most of our meetings virtually, as many of you have already experienced, doing a lot of those through Zoom. If you would like to do a Zoom meeting but feel a bit intimidated, please just reach out to us, a member of our team, would be happy to help you, do a practice session, get you up and running so that you know that the technology works. If you prefer to meet in person in our office or via phone, we are happy to do that as well. We look forward to seeing you soon. Have an awesome fall, and I will talk with you shortly.